The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Hello everybody, Real Witch Doctor here. Close my door. How's everybody doing today? Well, I'm going to be doing another video here on Exciting Farming Simulator 17. I just can't get enough of this now since I've started messing with some mods that it's actually even pushed me into starting to create my own custom map. But before I get into that, let me kind of talk about the mods that I have. I've installed two. One is a GPS mod, basically that helps keep your tractor or your combine or whatever you're driving in line with the field. So you're doing straight lines, basically, straight plow, not too much overlap, and then getting the most yield out of your product in the fastest time possible. I mean, most of these new tractors do have GPS built into them, and these giving as large as some of these fields can get, GPS makes sense in order to stay in line with what you're doing. The second one I installed was called Courseplot, which basically takes the hiring your farmhand, which you can do in game, to a whole new level, which basically means you can lay out how they're going to work the field, giving them waypoints, and you can run multiple things way more than just a hired hand could do. So I could be running my combine, say harvesting my wheat, and then as it gets full, I could have a tractor run up with a tipper and then have it start dumping its product into the tipper and still continue to roll without slowing down or stopping. And then the tractor with the tipper can pull off to the side and wait until it's full, or just have it run off and then dump the contents at the silo and then keep on going and basically just repeat. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with it. So right now I've kind of got my farm going. Let's transition in, and I'm getting ready to pick up some more grains here, or not grains, grass. So right now I forgot what I have grown over there. Let's take a look. Soy. I have soy growing over here right now. And then I've got wheat up over the hill up that way. And I've got two grasses here going on. So I've got one tractor right now. Looks like he just finished mowing. And then this one here running the windrower. So let me get this guy here just pulled off to the side here. And then we'll get the windrower over. The cool thing with this program that I'm using, you could run like multiples of the same units. So say you have a huge field of wheat that you're doing, and realistically one combine's not going to cut it. Let me stop this. This is the program. I'll be able to show a little more on it here in a second. Oops. Wrong one. No, where the hell was it? Stop the driver. Need you to turn off. Now I'm looking like an idiot. Did I not save this one? Oh, let me move this up here. Field 12, check. And if you're here, you're done. But I need to clear your route. That's not it. Back. Oh my god, I've been doing this like all evening, and for whatever reason, I can't find it now. Holy shit. Okay. Well, let me, it's not going to let me. There we go. Duh. So yeah, I mean, this field looks kind of funky with the way I've windrowed it. It's because that's how I told it to mow around in a circle so we can avoid hitting trees and stuff. But I've already created a route over here for this one, so when I get them set up, I'll show you what he's done, and then I got to bring the mower back and then get to start collecting. And when we move up to my next field, which is 16, oops, we'll show you how we set up everything. So basically, we're at field 14 right now. We'll bring up everything we have, expand out field 14. Here's my windrower, load the plan. So basically, he's going to start here and go up and down. But what I'm going to do is change, and I have headlands put in. So basically, he's going to go around and make 2 circle laps before he starts zigzagging back and forth, as you can see here. I'm just finding it's a little better so we're not messing with the hills back here, the trees, similar as field 12 where you got the trees on the side and stuff like that that can get in the way. So I'm going to leave it with that. And I think speeds, I'm not worried about the speed so much. Will look good. And let's get him going. And basically when he's done, he's going to come back here to the start because that's just how I set up the route. So I'm just going to tell him to go. And I'm not doing anything here. I'll even get out so you can just kind of sit back and watch. So in a sense, it's a hired hand, and it does, you do pay your workers, or you could choose to. I'm paying my workers because it's not fair to have slave labor, but there he goes. So we're just sitting back watching him. And I need to get this out of the way. So this guy is done. Stop. So that windrower is going. We're going to take this, put this back. So really, after what I could have done is built up a second plan to when he was done with this here, and then piggyback it off to and create a course to where he drives all the way back here. And then parks, which would have been awesome. I just didn't want to take it that far. I've been working on silage here. I can show you. I'm still putting grass in. And trying to fill that up and get it all packed down. And then I got to sell all that because I'm running out of money. But let's go ahead and grab this bad boy. This thing is awesome because I don't even bale the grass anymore, which I could. It's easy money to bale it all up and then sell it off as silage. Just takes I mean, this route takes a little longer too. I think no matter how I do it, the time's going to be about the same in the end. But so basically, do I want to take my reward now and a little bit at a time, or do I want to take my payoff in the end and have it be a shit ton? So basically, this guy's just going to drive around and collect all the grass. I'll wind up doing a different setup as time goes on when I get bigger fields. And where I can have basically like a combine go out, mow the grass with a chute, and just have a trailer follow. So instead of me doing it, I can have this program set up to do that for me. And so basically what I'm just doing is picking up all the grass right now, and then I'll go back through and pick up whatever it is I missed. But I'll take all this grass over to the silo. I'll dump it down, run the tractor over there with the blade, kind of get everything pushed back. So I'm trying to fill that thing up as much as possible. If I can get at least halfway, that'll be good. But I could set that all up and have it all automated too. And I've been looking at custom maps and really liking what I'm seeing. I just don't want to start a new map right now. But which really prompted me to want to make my own maps. So I started looking into it at work today and downloaded the editor and stuff and figuring things out. There's some blanks that you could start off with. I'm looking at something that's bigger than this map. They have 4x maps, which is 4 times the size of this. So you can definitely keep yourself busy. Have huge fields, basically 4 times the size of the fields, 4 times the size of the map. Still set it up to where I have, we're full, so we're going to go drop this off over at the silage here, or at the biogas place in the silo. So I'm looking at kind of laying out how I want my farm, make the fields a little more organic, a little better flow, and see what I can come up with for my first time around. Yeah, so I've been working on getting pigs set up. Actually, I think what I'll wind up doing is going with sheep first, but I need to get a livestock trailer going and to see what I need for the sheep. The sheep seem to be the easiest for maintenance or care, but I need to see what I need all for it, because I know they produce wool, and then I need to go sell that. But what kind of trailer do I need, or tractor, or really what do I need to run it from there, so I know how much the costs are going to be. So when I originally set this silo up, I kind of screwed up and wanted to make this a drive-through, but I had to fix it, so then it became now a back-end. Oops, shit. There we go. And again, like I said, I can model all of this, and I will. So let me show you my goal before I start dumping everything. My next goal is to purchase field 19 right here, and then field 24. So I can start building up what I need for the pigs, the sheep, and the cows, because that's the route I want to go right now. And then my next goal is to purchase field 9, 13, and 5, and just run that grass or anything that would produce chaff, grass or chaff, and then get that over here to the biogas plant to start making, oh my god, I forgot what it was. Silage. Jeez. Fix this. There we go. So I can start making silage. And it just have trucks running non-stop, because those are large fields. And if I set it up right, I'll have trucks running non-stop up here with this tractor working, filling this silo up. So let's do a force dump. Really, the idea would be not to use something this big, but let's just do this. I'm trying to keep this bump from getting too big here. There we go. Then let me just pull this truck out of the way. So ideally, this tractor would already be set up, ready to go. And then you can, program him to get out of the way when a tractor pulls up, ready to dump its load. And then continue on after that tractor's gone. I mean, this Courseplot software is just absolutely awesome. So let's see what we can do here. This is where if I would use a smaller trailer, it would be a lot easier to push this stuff around. It just means more trips, but to do this stuff, it'd be a lot easier. Alright, so rather than have you sit here watch me driving back and forth for the next 5-10 minutes, I'll be right back with you. Alright, we're back. So this actually went a little faster than I thought. I'm just kind of making sure we've got as much of this pushed back as possible. There we go. Yeah, so you can see where the compacting shows right here. You need it at 100% in order to cover and start converting this grass here to silage. But as you can see, I've still got a ways to go to fill this up, and that's my goal, is to make this as full as possible. I'd like to at least get it up to the center line here. So we've got this. Let's jump into the other tractor here and head back. We've had the windrower finish, which is good. and we'll continue collecting the grass, compacting it, or not compacting it, flattening it, and compressing it. Geez, can't even get the right words out. Compress that down in the silo, and then just kind of work on everything else that comes up. So, like I said, my goal right now is to get started with sheep because they are the easiest, looks like, to get started with. I was going to do pigs, and then I decided on cows, and then I'm like, well, I don't feel like buying all this crap for them, and sheep seems like to be the least finicky in food that I need to provide for them. So I'm going to be going with that. But in the meantime, as we roll back up here to the old farm, how's everybody's week been going so far? Hopefully everybody's been doing pretty good. I've been doing all right. Doing the same old, busting out the work and everything else, and enjoying myself. See, how's this all laid out? Say I'm sorry I did not get to the live stream yesterday. This is Witch Doctor and I had an opportunity to go out for dinner, and something that we don't always do, just because of work, because we have our day jobs, and then we have a home business that we do, so we stay pretty busy with that. It's like, I know, but hey, Witch Doctor, you just said you went out for the weekend and had some fun. But yeah, which is true. But that was my first weekend in a year and a half, 2 years that we've gone out. So, anytime we can get some time to go have some fun or enjoy ourselves, that definitely becomes my priority. Alright, so instead of following through here, I want to kind of clean up some of this. Because no good farmer is going to allow waste here. And as far as I see that as money. Alright, so let's zoom in here a little bit, and right before I'll make this turn, and then we're gonna straighten out. And let's hit this guy up, stop the driver, close out the course, and put the windrower away. In this game here, we had some pretty good weather in here the other day. It was like foggy, then it got all rainy, and you couldn't see shit. But it just really added to it. I'm liking what they've done, and I can only imagine what 19 is going to be like. What little bit I've seen on the previews look pretty cool. But hard to say if the graphics are going to be as awesome as the trailer is, because they glam that up, make it look really cool. Alright, so let's keep on rolling here. Here, let me scoop up this here. Profits. Feel like the Ferengi. You're taking my profits. If you're a Star Trek fan, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And if you're not and you know what I'm talking about, then awesome. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then sorry. You're going to have to watch Star Trek to understand. Alright, so we got a little bit right there to try to grab, and then we'll flip around. Actually, I might be able to grab it. Perfect. Alright, got that. This thing doesn't turn for squat, this trailer. I thought I saw... There it is. I have a tiller to where I can till the grass and turn it into hay, which I do know I'm going to need. And I actually have a nice square baler I picked up. yesterday on this, or I should say yesterday evening, late night, so I can do square bales and be able to stack them, then dump all the grass like I did with the pig farm. Yeah. I don't remember why I dumped the grass. Oh well. Whatever reason I did it for, and if I don't need it, I'll still need it somewhere, so it's okay. No loss. Alright, so let's grab this. Now we can flip around and start our run up. So we've done pretty good. We'll have this field to suck up, the next field to suck up, and then our wheat field should be done at that point, and then we'll make up some hay. And I think I'm going to have to get a trailer to haul the bales around until I can figure out where I need to, not hay, straw. Bales of straw. Alright, let's see if we can kind of clean up down here a little bit. There's still mounds of grass out here. We even got some right up there on the edge to go pick up. I just rolled across here. Looks like we got a little bit. Yeah, I think I might have mentioned, or maybe I didn't and forgot. I was originally going to intend on doing house flippers because I've heard they made a bunch of changes, added new stuff, things like that. So I was going to check it out and see what changes were made. But like I said, I don't know, this game's just got me so addicted. It's just nuts. I know the wife was saying something. Oh, we were talking about one of our plants outside our front door. Where the hell is that grass? Oh, it's right there. Shit. Oh well. If I miss it, forget it. It'll get sucked up on the next mow. But we're talking about this plants in our front yard, and it's just been really hot. Like Saturday, it's supposed to be 107. But he's like, well, this plant's getting plenty of water. I don't know why it's dying. And I'm like, I'm not a farmer in real life, but I play one on the internet on my computer. Just a good little laugh out of it. It was kind of funny. You know, like, I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. I'm not a farmer, but I play one on the internet. Alright, let's take this roll up, clean up the top there, come down, clean up the bottom, and then roll over to the next field, pick up what we can, providing we're not full, and keep on going here. So I'm interested in how many of you guys play Farming Simulator or have, what your thoughts of it are. Throw that down in the comments because I'd really love to hear if you guys played it, what you think of it, yay, nay. Alright. This bad boy's full. Before we go too far, oops. Yeah. Is our field ready? No, this one's really close. This one still has a little bit of time to go. I might be able to... I might have already fertilized it. Let me see. Yeah, it... More. Nah, I think I can give it one more fertilize. One more fertilization. Throw the lights on so we can see where we're going. But yeah, I'd be interested in if you guys play it, thought about playing it. What's your thoughts on it? You thinking about getting 19 when it comes out? I think in the fall. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious and interested. If you do play it and you've never made custom maps but thought about it, I'd be interested for some input, see what you guys would like to have in a map or things that you've seen that would probably flow better under one of the, because I think we get 2 maps on this one, or 3 maps? 3 maps on this one. What your thoughts are, how would you do some layouts and stuff like that? Just kind of interested, so it gives me some ideas with the map I'm making. I am all over the road. Alright, so we will dump this grass. Get it all pushed back up in there. Alright, I gotta zoom back. And get this dumped in. Ah, shit, too much. I don't claim that I've ever really been able to back up, so I'm not very good at backing up. With a trailer, that is. There we go. We can start dropping back there, which is Control I. Try to get this all dumped out in a nice even heap. Perfect. Alright, let's set ourselves up here. Yeah, so that little red bin right here is where you dump your silage in for selling. Alright, so let's start pushing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and do this because this might take me a few minutes. It might take me a lot of minutes, but no point in boring you as I drive back and forth because I kind of got to concentrate on it. Yeah, surprisingly, I actually have to stop and think about this in the game so I can get this all leveled out. So I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. So I pushed everything back as best as I could. Got about, I think, 81% compacted at this point. And usually a heavier tractor will make compacting a lot easier. I think I need to get on the proper side of the road here as well. But a heavier tractor does make for easier compacting. As I get more money, I'll get a bigger and better tractor for pushing silage. Get one of the like 8-wheel tractors or something like that. Get a nice big guy. And zoom in here a little bit so I don't need to be up this high. And we'll pick up what's left of the grass over here. Oops. I thought there was some level of grass over here I might have missed. But I'm not seeing it. If there was. Alright, so let's get what's left here. Got a little bit of cleanup up here to do. And I've already got grass growing again, so I'm going to wind up kicking the mowers off here real soon. Alright, so we've got that. And let's run down this way and pick up anything we might have left behind down here. I think I got everything, really. And if I missed anything, then giving this is pretty much ready for the next mow. There we go. Pull this up so we can start driving over. As soon as I start, alright. Do I want to go ahead and start mowing now? Let me allow this grass to thicken up a little more. But this is pretty much, I could start mowing it now if I wanted to. Alright, let's go ahead and try to clean up the edges here first. Because usually the edges are the biggest pains in the asses here. And my soy is looking good. There we go. Now we can grab that. Oh, horsepower. I need it. There we go. Alright, make one more pass. Or I should say pass and back is what I should say. There we go. And back. And then we'll start running up and down the rows. Or I think when we get up to the top, we'll do the same thing. And then we can just start zigzagging up and down. And I know I could set this up with the course plot as well. I just don't know how accurate it's going to be with this, because this is somewhat of a pain in the ass. Alright, so let's take the first row up. Start collecting. Kind of look around and see if anything's out here. See, this is already ready for another mow as well. I think what I'll do, as soon as I finish out this one, I'll get the mow kicked off on the other one. But with this Courseplot software, makes it a lot easier, because otherwise I'd be like, well, I have to prioritize everything and what I can get done. You do this so I can maybe get a little more horsepower to spin it around. There we go. Oops, there we go. Come on, let's roll. All right. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this one. I know this is a pretty laid-back, lax game to play. Unlike some of the other ones that I play, you know, Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4. I think those have been some of the two bigger ones I've been playing. That's been streamed or recorded. I played some Fortnite. PUBG, I need to get back into it. I've just been too lazy. And I'm just focusing so much on getting my simulator done. Because I would love to have it done by the end of this year. There's a few things I want to try to do to complete it or get ahead of schedule. One of them is going to be the inside, like, paneling. Not as in, like, the instrument panels, but as in, like, the side panels and things like that, the top. Get things like that all done. Damn it. Wrong button. There we go. Alright, let's run down. We'll take the this row down. Oh, see, there's a couple of mounds right there we missed. We'll remember that when we come back up. We'll try to pick it up. Yeah, so for my simulator, I have some ideas for doing live stream. I am definitely going to have to figure out how I'm going to do it. It's going to need to be me setting up a my own streaming server and streaming multiple sources at once to it, and then being able to cycle through the content. That's one of the things I'm thinking I might do. Not 100% certain that's the route I'll go, but I do want to live stream the simulator, so you're getting real-time action of going through the setups, the phases, all the different phases of the flight, and just kind of get lost in the immersion of it. I've been checking with the community that who's helped out a lot with the Learjet 45, which is going to be the more preferred route to go. Stick with Prepare 3D, which is Lockheed Martin that bought out Flight Simulator from Microsoft, which they've done a hell of a job. Everything that Microsoft never did, they put into it, and they've done really good with it. Or go with X-Plane. Now, X-Plane's got some pretty awesome graphics with it, excellent flight dynamics, and a lot of their stuff is free, but yet there's a lot of stuff that's just not out there for it. And it's usually, which is better, Camaro or Mustang type thing. And of course, that'll spark a debate. But I think you kind of get the gist of it. It's like, I think they both have their pros and their cons for software. It's just a matter of, I guess, really which one's going to be the most compatible with the interfacing hardware, the easiest for programming, because at this point, I want to be done with it. According to the guys, I'm well ahead of schedule. And usually it's a 5 or 6 year project. I'm at year 3 right now. Oops. Up. So according to them, I'm well ahead of schedule. Especially once I started ordering my panels, requesting for the backer panels, which is where all your switches and your buttons mount to, and then the backlit panels will come afterwards, and those mount on top of the backer panel, so I don't have to, screw around with all the wiring stuff. It'll already all be in place. But I think I mentioned it before. The lead time right now on it's about 9 months. Which is actually working out well because my rudder pedals were supposed to already be done. But I ran into a snag on one of my welds that broke, and it just was being too damn hot to work in the garage in the afternoons when I had some free time. To where next week I've got some time off because of the 4th, and I'm going to be taking the huge opportunity in the morning to get those welds and stuff done. Before it gets hot, and try to get those completed. So I'm actually really excited and looking forward to that. Alright, so let's back this bad boy in. It was a shoddy backup job. That actually worked out. Okay. Ah, shit. Come on, straighten up. Back more of this up in here this way. There. Alright. As good as it's gonna get. IR Truck Simulator. Alright, I think there we go. Awesome. All right, same thing as last time. Let me uh, let you guys go grab a snack, or actually, you won't be able to get a snack because editing. You won't see any of this, so I will be right back. All right, and we are back. So let's go ahead and keep on moving here. Got a little bit more packed in there. Let's go see what we got left of grass to pick up. I know filling up this silo is going to take me a bit until I get everything in place that I want to. But what I'll do is I'm going to, probably over the next few days, I'll get as much in there as I can and then wrap it and start converting it so I can start selling. Unless I can get the Courseplot to set up the leveling and compacting going on that. And then it's just a matter of piping in as much grass and chaff as possible. So I remember I left off somewhere over here. There it is. So let's grab what we got left here. And then we'll just go and dump it over at the bio plant. But we're not gonna run it back up in because it's just not enough for me to even think twice about. All right, quick and easy. Oh wait, I forgot there was this mound over here. And I think there was a little bit more up over here that I missed. Yep, right here. And a little bit right there, but I'll pick that up on the next mow and windrow. Getting a little warm in here. You can start feeling that 107 is going to be rolling in pretty fast this weekend. Even with the air conditioner, my office just gets hot. That's why I'm thinking once I need to bring an electrician in for the sim to run me like a good 30 amp circuit, maybe 110 30 amp, just to be able to push everything that's going to be on it. And oops, shit, I'm going the wrong way. Turn this way, and then see about getting maybe an extra dual 30 or maybe like a 60 amp, and then I'll run in 2 in-room AC units to keep everything cool in here, because I know this room's going to get hotter than shit. There we go. Good enough. Dump all that right there. Oops. Oh. It auto-closed. Very good. Alright, I'm not worried about pushing that back because that's just not even enough for me to mess with. See, we weren't empty because there's a little bit still sitting in there. Oh well. No worries. We'll just dump it along the grass up on top here and pick it up on the next mow. Come, little doggy, let's go, let's go. There we go, and we can go. Perfect. I'm just dropping into field there. Yeah, what I'm thinking on doing is, oops, let me disconnect from here, exit out, is planting corn up in my other field here. We ready to get it yet? Not yet. Let's see. So we got mows for here. This is there. I think what I'll do is push one more fertilizer on it. I think my vehicles, is it still over here? Let's see. Nope. Run back over here and grab one. Ugh, somebody needs to wash this thing. It's dirty. Oh, man, we don't need to be that far out. There we go. Grab that. Flip that bad boy around. And grab that one. I think we have, like I said, I think we have one more fertilize pass that we can do, because you're allowed to do 3 at different stages. Alright, so let's go up here, and then this will give me an opportunity to show you that GPS program that I use. So let's, oops, this one. There we go. So we'll unfold this. Lower it, and now let's bring up this GPS program. So as you can kind of see, what the hell is it doing? Kills me that it's, so basically this green line here is the center line. So how we looking? And I can adjust. You see where this here is these lines here to width. So what I want to do is you have it just inside, so there's some overlapping but not a lot. What I'm going to do is bring it in just a touch. What the hell? I guess we'll just leave it there. Fuck it. And then so basically the green lines are center line. I just turn on cruise control, Control W, and now GPS is locked. Oh shit. And I did not even turn on moss sprayers. There we go. There we go. And then from here, I can just control its turn with the arrow keys. Control and the arrow key will allow it to make its turn that it needs. So I can control that as if I was driving when I want to make that turn. This really helps out when you're doing the jobs for the other farmers on their fields. It just makes life that much easier. So like now, it's not working. It made a liar out of me. Did you see that? But that's okay. I'll just turn it this way and waste all my... There we go. Waste all my spray there. Let's see if we can make it turn on the next one. And then I need to go fuel up these trucks here because they're running low. And I still need to buy a head for doing like sunflowers and corn on the column. Yeah, so the double beep lets me know we're coming up to the end of the field. And now I just, control arrow. Sometimes you got to double arrow it, and it just keeps on going. And just like that, out of nowhere, they all sprouted up. Now I know there's a way to adjust it so the lines sit above the crop. I just haven't read through enough of the instructions to figure all that out yet. And there's a whole menu thing here. I guess you could load up routes and stuff to make it all work. There we go. See, just a single in this one. We're good. I probably could have ran that one out a little more, but that's okay. I don't know why I'm driving this like I'm doing somebody else's field, so I'll just kind of brush along the edges as soon as we're done. Because I would do this if I was doing one of the other farmers' fields, fertilizing, just cut the corners and stuff. But mine, I know a little better than that. Right, so let's plow down this way, cover the ends, and this field should be fully fertilized. Hopefully, one more day in game, we should be ready to harvest. If this is ready to go, I think my wheat should be ready to go as well. We'll take a look here in a second. Because what I'll do is I'm gonna I'll probably do one more, depending on how many straw bales I get. The big, large, square ones. So I just find they'll be a little easier for stacking and transporting, in my opinion. The round ones are as well. I guess it's just your preference. I like the square. Because I do want to get enough of that, because you need straw for the bedding and stuff. Alright, so let's roll it along the edge here. Guess we can just drive up in here. No point in wasting all of this. Then we'll turn off once we hit the edge here and roll back up. Don't hit the tree. That's something I hope they put into 14 is equipment damage if you start plowing into trees and shit. There we go. Yeah, so as you can see right there, there's my square baler and the trailer for auto picking up the bales and stacking. That's for the square bales, that is. Oh, driving around too fast. Up and bring it in. I did bring it up, right? There we go. Couldn't tell. Up, and we can turn this thing off. There you go. Yeah, so if you do happen to have a farming simulator and want to check it out, I don't remember the exact name of it, but if you do a Google search for ZZZ, Zulu GPS, you'll find it. I can't remember which. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. I need to drop the head off first. Nah, this is fine. Alright, go. Drop that. Flip around, dump the head. There we go. And let's, before we do anything else, let's take a look here. Are we ready? Alright, so it's ready to harvest. Now I can actually, let me save. And now I can show you how we set everything up here. So first thing that's first is I want to get this guy over there because I need him over there. And see if I could set this up right. I've been having some issues getting this part to work. I had it working and then I broke it. But what I'm going to wind up doing is not having the tractor drive. I'm just going to have the tractor sit and have the Columbine go up to it and unload its contents. I know this isn't a road. You always shouldn't be driving over the train tracks. So actually we can do let me do this. Flip around and be a little easier. And cross my fingers and hope I can make this work. Alright, so he's going to sit here. Nope, he's got to keep that. There we go. Now let's take the Columbine up, and then I can show you kind of how this all sets up and works. And then while they do their jobs, I can start taking the other tractors in and getting fuel in them. I need to get like a fuel station set up at the farm here. But I'm considering this one as my figuring it all out map. And then maybe I'll download one of the big maps with the huge fields, or I'll get mine done, whichever comes first. And then we'll try to figure out how to do that one. I guess not necessarily right, but get it all figured out somehow. Alright, so what I'm going to do is roll up on this side. Okay, so I couldn't tell, but had high beams on or not. Alright, so here we go. So let's take it up on the field here. Gonna bring this up. We're on field 16, so I want to make a folder for it. There we go. So now I got a field 16. This really helps with keeping all your waypoints, or not your waypoints, your course plots managed. So let me see if I can figure out what was what. Wasn't that? Was it this? No, this, no, this, no. I don't remember what it was. Pretty sure it's not that. Oh, let me try this again. How do I get to it? Here, nope, there we go. So there is a Columbine self-unloading. So this is what we want to do for the Columbine for self-unloading. So this is the first thing we're going to set up. So there's our tractor up there, and we're going to start recording. And the key is your first 3 dots after your first one, so technically 4 dots, should be relatively straight line. Then after that, you can start making your turns. So here we go. So here's my first dot, second dot, third dot, and now we can turn in. And the goal is to, in a sense, like so. And now what we do is mark a waypoint so it knows hey, I need to empty my shit out here. And then we drive off. Bring that in. Perfect. That looks good to me. Then we hit stop. There you go. So nothing to it. We turn around, we save this as, come on. There we go. Field 16 combi unload, because the file names can't be that long. So that's the unload for the Columbine. So now we're going to unload that one. And we'll set up the... Actually, before we set it up, let's just pull this out here. And then let's load it up, and then we'll run it real quick. Let me move it to field 16, expand. So let's load it up. Drive it. Wait. Why is it not going? It's making me look bad. So we can see all the waypoints right there. Okay. Maybe he ain't gonna do anything because he's... It may not actually kick off just because... Are at first waypoint. Nope. Okay, so first waypoint. So we'll just leave him like this. Unload it. Back him up. And now we'll set up the work here. So now we're doing field work. Up here, which basically lays out the course. We're on field 16. Field 16. Let's calculate the width. 4.4 meters. We're going to drop it down to 4.2. So there's a little... let's go 4.1. So there's some overlap. Starting location, we are on the northeast side. So that's what we're going to set. Northeast. Starting direction, it's a pain in the ass to change, so I just leave it as is. If we had like multiple tools, we can send it out to do multiple tools. You got like bypass. If you happen to have like an island out here, say like power lines or something, you can use that for driving it around. Headlands I do like. So we're gonna do one circle pass, and then go on a zigzag course. And next is speed limit, turn speed, bring it down to 5. Field speed 14 is fine. What else do we need? Turn on the field. Field turning, this is good. So basically it means he's going to do his turning on the field because, I mean, we got some trees and stuff. The railroad tracks in a way. So starting at, this is for his unload. I'm going to just... Right? I'll put it at 70 and go back up here, generate the course. See, we can come up here. Now you can see what the waypoints look like. Pretty cool. And let's go back up here. Let's save this. Field 16 combi 4 meter. So let's save that one. So now you can see right here, this is what's loaded. Now let's put this in field 16 as well. Now I've got my combi, which is just basically him harvesting. And I need to load the unload as well, so when he gets to his point needs to unload, now he can. So now I've got 2 combined courses to merge. So right now he is ready to go. So I'm going to get him out. I need to run up to this one real quick before I kick him off. I want to make sure I have this all done right. So in. And we want to do this one here, which is a grain transport. Load at start. This is empty combine and offload. This is if you want him to follow. And then this is an overloader. If you send basically a trailer out with a spout that blows, kind of like the arm on the Columbine, then he comes up to a trailer, empties out into the trailer, and the trailer goes off and does what it needs to do. But basically we're doing this. He's going to sit, not do much more. So let's go ahead and start the recording. Bang. And what we're going to do is start driving. And I will do this the legit way and drive down on the road as one should. And you'll see it, as he runs this course, he will stay on the road here, which is pretty awesome. And if you happen to have traffic on when you're plotting your courses and you slow down for them, that's how it records. So technically you really want to turn off your traffic when you're doing these, so you can get the maximum speed. So this way here, if he's got maximum speed recorded and he happens to come across traffic, he'll automatically adjust for it. So basically what we do is we come up here, we drive right across because he's gonna know exactly what needs to be done. We drive right back out, right back on the road. And now we head back over to where the Columbine is. You know, I like to add in the simulated stops and stuff. It just makes for good role play. But then again, you know, taking my Columbine, driving it through some grass and jumping train tracks isn't, you know, legit. Now we drive back up the side road here. So you can see the orange dots in the other lane. That was me coming down that it's marked. Now my hope is that this will all work as the way it's supposed to. Like I said, I ran into some issues on the last field on one I have soy growing on right now. I don't remember the field number. And of course, if you're dealing with like dirt roads and stuff, you'll want to pick the side of the road that you normally drive on. So I'm going to stop it here before I get up to that point, because that's where you want him to roll back up and start. So he'll finish here and then roll back up to the next one. So stop. And here you specify what he's collecting. So in this case, he is picking up wheat. Number of runs to perform. You can tell him, well, I only want you to go twice and then you're done. But I'm going to leave it unlimited. Start course at first waypoint. And what else do we need to do? We're on field 16. I don't know why 14 is open. Anyways, so boom, All looks good. Let's go ahead and save this. This needs to be, I forgot what field this was. Do this again, 16. Save. Field 16. Unload. Yeah. I guess, no, sidecar. Sidecar. Unload. Because really, it'll dump off to the side. So let me move him to here. He should be all set to go. Bang. And tell him to drive. So technically, he should go up here and wait. Now he's ready to go. Awesome. There's a feature you could turn on for saving gas and stuff. I just haven't got that far yet. So let's kick this bad boy off. And he's loaded. Tell him to drive. And away he goes. Of course, when he gets up towards here, the pipe's automatically going to come out. That's just the nature of the Columbine and the hopper. Or I should say the tipper. And he'll start dumping some in there. Nope, didn't get the pipe out in time. But that's just what happens with the game here. Now we'll kind of sit back, we'll watch and see what happens here. So you can see the other course sitting over there as well for, you know, hey, I'm full, what do I do? So basically what he'll do, he's going to run all the way back to that start point up there and then follow that pre-designated route. And then basically I need to set up a windrower for this one, and then I'll come back with a tractor and a baler, bale it, and then pick up the bales. But once I know he's going good, I'll grab another tractor and run the baler and the trailer up here. But I was watching one video where the person who was making it was on a humongous field. I mean, it was just insane. He had like 3 Columbines going, multiple, one, what was it, overflow trailer, or no, he's running like, was he running overflows? No, he was running trailers up to him, like 3 or I don't know how many he had. So as soon as one trailer would get full, another tractor would go racing out behind him and wait. Once that trailer was full, that tractor would take off to go drop its contents, and then the one behind him that was waiting would pull right up, and they would just keep the whole thing going. It was just absolutely awesome. The people who wrote this this plugin, just hats off to them. I'm just totally blown away by how well it works. And the version I'm running is a developer version. It's not the final release. This is still in beta. So he's at 40. I don't know why he's dumping so early, but so he's coming up. Oh no, he's going down here. I bet to start the zigzag, because I only told him to go around once, not twice. And there's stuff I'm still trying to figure out. So like this big ass teardrop here, it's like, well, that ain't too cool. So there'll be probably some stuff I'm going to have to go back and clean up. And that's okay. It's a learning process. This program is simple once you know how to set everything up, but it's got a learning curve. But it's very well worth it. Alright, I just want to make sure this takes off the way it needs to before I bring some more equipment up here. And the goal is, when you set this program up, is to use lose as minimal amount of crop as possible. I guess if that makes sense. You want to maximize as much of your harvest. So, you know, a little bit in the corner isn't bad. A lot in the corner, not good. That's just going in and figuring out the configuration of it. I don't know why he's skimming it. That's just how the waypoint got laid out on it when I was looking at it. So you can see it all. I think I can still bring it up so you can see them all. Yeah, see? Yeah, so he had like a dub up here for whatever oddball reason. Which is okay, it's not a big deal. Just something I'll need to figure out. But it looks like what he's working on doing is getting this up here, which is fine with me. Profit. Alright, so I think I set him to make his dump. Where did I tell him? That's 70, I think. Maybe it was, yeah, it looks like 70. I don't remember what the drive on at means, but we'll figure it out. I'm pretty certain he's going to hit his 70 by the end of this row, I think. See, what I was having last on the other field, on field 15, before I changed it to soy, is he was making his run and going and dropping the content, but the tractor was not leaving to empty the content at the silo. 69 and 70. Maybe it's 80%. Maybe he'll do it when he gets full. I'm not sure. We'll see. It'll be awesome when I get some better equipment. Just this stuff is really expensive. And I haven't found all the gold nuggets yet. From what I understand, when you find all 100 nuggets, you get $1 million. At least that's what I've read. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. I've found a fair amount of them, probably like 30 or 40 of them, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. I lost count. Okay, so boom. He should now. Okay, so now he's going to go back. He's already extended out the pipe. Now he's gonna... should have hit the start already at this point. So hopefully he'll get right on course. Which he is. And then basically what happens after he dumps... So he's going to empty, and then he's going to drive off, and then he should flip back around and pick up where he left off. This basically is what should happen. Now for the tractor waiting, I don't remember if it's when he's full he goes or after he gets a load then he takes off. Preferably I would like it after a load he then takes off. Okay, so boom, he's empty. He's gonna drive off. Close his pipe. He's up at the stop point. And he should turn around and then line back up. Alright, so he's doing what I need him to do, which is good. So I'm going to jump out, let him keep going. Let's figure out what he needs to do. Stop at last point or at the next trigger. Not sure what that is. Oh, I guess he starts up at 50%, so the next dump he should take off, I would like to think. Well, he drives on at 90. Let's bring this down to 70. About 65. 65, that'll work. So we gotta leave him do his thing. I'm gonna go back here. There we go. And I need to bring the windrower up and the baler. And this way here I'll be able to set up a windrower job here as soon as they're done with the field. And actually I think what I'll do is once he's done I'll set up two to where he drives back and parks the windrower. See how that works out. But that means he's got to drive all the way down the road. Which is okay. But he's going. See, this nice thing is I just don't need to sit and babysit all of these things. Once I know they work, I just let them go. And really, that's just the way it should be. Actually, let me park down over here. Because I've got this whole thing taken up with a route. There we go. So we'll drop that. Now I think it'll be awesome once I get to a point knowing, okay, well I need to get these up here. I can grab a tractor, tell it to go drive up to where it needs to go, and then drop equipment off. I don't know we're that far yet, but at least I can grab the equipment and just tell it to go drive, and it'll follow the pre-planned route, and then wait for him to get up to where he needs to go, and then dump the trailer, and then tell it to drive back here. Actually, that's not the one I'm looking for. It's this one up here. Oops. See if I can zoom in here. There we go. There we go. And I'm just going to drive it up across this right here. Alright, so let me go grab the bale picker-upper thingy. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to sell these bales off. I mean, it's not like you make a lot of money with the bales. Anyways, at least of the straw. There we go. All works out. Perfect. Drive across the tracks the wrong way. There we go. This works out beautifully. Let's take a look, see where we're at on this here real quick. Oops, hey, what are you doing in there? Right, yeah, so this goes into gas saver mode and it turns off so you're not burning gas left and right, which is good. Alright, we're at 52. I think what I say on this one was it 70 to 80% right in there. Alright, let's see how this bad boy works out here for us. 64. 65. Alright, we're definitely going to be picking up here along the end somewhere. Or actually, along this end. But I love it. I don't have to drive these. I don't have to hire farm hands, which I'm finding are not finishing fields, especially ones that are misshaped like this one. I've been hiring some of these helpers, and they'll do like 4 passes, like I'm done. Like, no, you're not. You still have a half a field to go. Then you tell him to get back to work. He does like another row. I'm done. Like, you know what? I'll do it myself. And then I happen to find this mod, and I'm like, this is awesome. I like it. Nope, so it looks like 80%. That's what it was. Yeah, so it looks like he'll finish at the end down there, which is fine. $77. Not quite. That's okay. Was hoping he was going to get it all. Sorry guys, I'm just not very talkative for the second here because I'm just hoping this all works out. Because if I get this working, then, it's not going to be too difficult to duplicate for the other fields. Because I'll actually have a plan to look at. So, he is done. Clanking doesn't sound good at all. So, let him go there. I'm going to jump into this tractor. Because I do believe I got at 65 for the drive on at. Maybe that's for driving off. And if he's coming in with the load he's got, that should give me another 33%, which is... see, that's the downside here. And... let me see, we can be out. Not me not moving this. Alright, so boom. Stop driver for a second. There we go. And then I'll just tell him to continue on after he drops. This is where you got to leave yourself enough room on your course and everything, and that was my fault. And I'll just tell him to... There we go. Next closest waypoint. That should get him going. And you're not going anywhere, so... Oh, there he goes. Let's sit back and watch. He's going where he needs to go. Perfect. They cover. I'm just curious right now how it's going to handle with the traffic. Just going to turn to look. So he follows the rolling stop. And the beacons are on automatically when you're on the street. Now, I would love to give a shout out for the person who made all the YouTube tutorials for this software. I am drawing a blank on his name, but I will look him back up after this is all over and give him a shout out on the next video or next Farming Simulator video. So he should get up here to start dumping. Let's see. There he goes. So it's automatically dumping into the silos. Closes. Now he drives off. He should be going back. So you can tell that it just takes my exact driving style and how I've done everything to keep it all going. So balls to the wall, pedal to the metal. Slow in the corners, braking when I need to. But I do need to look into how to handle once a Columbine is done with his job. Will he continue on to make his final run? Or will he then just do whatever? That I don't know. I need to figure that out. Yeah, so the next field I'm going to buy, I'm just waiting for the harvest to be gone, because I'm not set up right now to harvest beets or potatoes, and I really don't want to buy the equipment yet to harvest that, especially when I'm not ready to store them anywhere. I do need them, though, but I'm just not quite ready for it yet. Then again, maybe I will buy for it. Or, buy the equipment that I need and just set up for it and be done. So now he's going to hit the stop point. And now he's going to roll right on up here to that wait point. Now he's just going to sit and wait. Awesome. So he should go into gas saver mode here in a minute. With that in mind, I'm going to set up for the windrower here. so I can get the windrow taken off. And at least you guys can watch and see how that's set up. You've already seen the windrower at work, but at least you can watch how I set it up. So what I'll do is this, and then we go to field work, and then up here, so we are on, this is 16, calculate, which this is basic. It auto calculates the width of what the windrower is, but I'm going to bring it into 14.3 because I want a little bit of an overlap. The starting location is going to be on the northeast side, and driving direction doesn't matter for me. Headland, yes, let's go ahead and do 1. Anything else we could set up? I'm not worried about the lane offset. Nah, so we're looking okay there. Everything else looks okay. Speeds are fine. Turn on the field is activated. Looks good. Line with the first waypoint. I'm not overly worried about that one at this moment. So let's go back up here, generate the path, and then we can. This here brings up a map to show you. So we're starting up here, and then he's going down around, and then he's going to come back and go down, and then zigzag back and forth, and then he's done. Or you can go here, not here, here, and you can bring up the path this way. So let's save this. Wait a minute. This was field 16. So there we go. Field 16, wind row, 14 meters. And I will go here. Tell this to move into field 16. And now I'm already set up here. So I'm going to wait for this Columbine to finish, which he should be up on his last run before I kick the windrower off, because he's running around the edge here. Okay. I wonder if I can tell him. There. Hopefully I just got that in time, and then I'll go through and just pick up the last of the few things here. Because I'm pretty certain when he's done, he just sits. He doesn't goes and offloads what's left, and I really don't want to have to go do that myself. And hoping that there is lined up well. Yeah, so that actually lined up pretty good there. But note to self, I should work on pulling that up a little better. Or the Columbine should have been pulled up a little further, so I'll have to remember that for my next time. Alright, so I'll let him finish out what his job is, and I'm going to go and grab the last little bit, just because I'm a greedy little farmer. Not saying farmers are greedy, I'm just greedy because I want it all. Although he may go up and just pick up that last little bit there, and then I just gotta catch the edges. I don't know if there is a way to. Oops. Alright, so he is done. We go up here. Tell him to stop. Oops. And close all that out. Now what I'm going to do is just go catch these last few here and then dump what little bit I have. Oops, let's get a little closer. It's like, hey, it's profits, you know. Don't want to lose out on money. There we go. Alright, let's haul butt down this way. And then I'll just park them off to the side, get the wind rower going, and then start finishing everything else up. There we go, race on down over to this one. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it is also you know, space that's being lost for growing. I mean, I really don't have much in here. I mean, 16, not even a percent of wheat in this thing. But it did a pretty good job. You saw what little bit it left kind of behind. There you go. Spew what's left. And I'll just park him over here. For now. And let me kill the job he's on so I get this out of the way and get the wind rower going. And up here, just tell him to stop. Close. Out of the way. Right here is fine. There we go. So he should be ready to go, right? He's got his course loaded and drive it. Just kind of letting you guys see this kick off real quick. And then we're going to go start drop that grain off. Alright, but this is working. I like this. So, never jump out of a moving tractor. Just like this. Or you get killed. Oops. And there we go. Doing it my way. So what was it? N and I. There we go. Alright, so let's go. Park this bad boy. No. Alright, so. Alright guys, well I'm going to call the recording here. This one went a little longer than I was anticipating. But I wanted to show you all the good stuff that we got going on with the 2 mods I've installed, and getting into now making my own map as well. Just the course play and the GPS has just made this like a completely new game and like unlimited options. So I could really see now being able to manage multiple fields with no issue without having to do multiplayer. So this will be great. But I will see you guys tonight, Thursday, for a live stream. Again, last night, Mrs. Witch Doctor had some time so we can go out to dinner, and I will take any time I can get to spend with her. As we both have our day jobs and we have our home business, so we're usually just busy. Anytime we can get time together, we do it. But yeah, so if you like what you've seen here, hit that like button, share with your friends. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, that little bell for notifications. Let me know what you've liked about this. If you guys play Farm Simulator or if you've been thinking about it, definitely like to hear your thoughts. Maybe what mods you guys are doing as well. I mean, I'm wanting to see how much further I could push this game. But until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Catch you later, guys. Bye.